Hello you guys, it's Lauren. Welcome back to my channel for the love of. If you're joining me for the first time, I want to say welcome and thank you for taking the time to click on this spring candle empties video. I think I'm going to make this particular one a two-part series. This will be candle empties. This will be part 2 actually. And then part 3 will be like the wax, and I think I have some soaps and stuff. So today's going to be primarily focused on spring candles. There might be a couple, looks like there's a couple random ones maybe in here from January or February. It's been a while since I've done an empties video, but I wanted to get one up and out to you guys because I know a lot of you are stuck at home. I know right now is a tough time because a lot of people can't work from home, so I know there's anxieties floating around with having to go to work. Some of us have the luxury. I'm incredibly fortunate and thankful that I'm able to be at home, quasi work from home, you know, what I can do. But I know there's a lot of uncertainty. So I hope this video gives you a nice little distraction. And if anything, will give you some ideas of what to get or what not to get candle-wise when you're doing your online shopping. So anyhow, without further ado, let's jump into today's empties video. Okay, so as always, I'm just going to pull at random here. I got to figure out how to re-angle these cameras. I wish you could see. I have this giant bag, all candle empties. And I'm gonna just throw this in here too, because this candle's almost done. So I'll just talk about it right here. The one that's burning right here, it's kind of really bright, so I don't know if you guys are gonna see it or if it's gonna show up. It's actually a Yankee candle elevation, sea salt lavender. I have a little bit left to burn down on it. It's a beautiful candle. I did talk about it in my Yankee haul. If you guys didn't catch that, it's a beautiful fragrance. It's just kind of like a light, semi-smooth, non-herbaceous lavender, almost like a smooth, tad powdery, not super powdery, tad powdery with a little bit of sea salt. Love the elevation line. Can't say enough good things about it. I prefer the 3 wicks to their larger 2 wicks just because for me, I feel like not only do they burn a little more evenly, but they also throw a little more quickly just because they're 3 wicks. I find them to be a little bit stronger. So if you're looking for a good like lavender type scent, try the elevation in sea salt lavender. So I wanted to throw that one in there as well. And I'm just gonna pull it random and see what we find in here. Wow, this is an old one. Not that old, but it's been a while since I've talked about this one. Goose Creek Twilight Forest. This was actually part of their Valentine's Day lineup. It was a really pretty perfumey type scent, almost a body care type fragrance. Came out in probably mid-January, end of January. I got it in February. I think I talked about it beginning of February. This one was really pretty. Nice throw on this one, not crazy strong. Would have liked it to have been a little bit stronger. I did do a full-on review of this one, but after having burned it and used it all up, would I buy it again? Probably not, just because if I'm remembering correctly, it wasn't the strongest candle. But I did use the rest of it just, you know, to burn down on it. I wasn't going to take the time to chunk up the wax and try to melt it or anything. The one thing I do want to mention, this is a soy blended candle, if I'm not mistaken. I think these are, or they might be all soy. I think these are all soy. It doesn't say on the bottom. I'm almost certain the smooth wax candles from Goose Creek are soy. So here's the deal. With soy candles, you wind up sometimes getting that sooting, and then sometimes you also wind up having them not throw as much or as much as we would like. A lot of times if you have a soy candle, they aren't the best throwers. So just keep that in mind. That's one of the main reasons why I wouldn't repurchase this one. If Goose Creek maybe made this in like their traditional harder paraffin type wax and it had a decent throw, I'd absolutely get it. I love Goose Creek candles, but I'm more of a fan of their wax melts. I love their wax melts. So anyhow, that's Twilight Forest right there. Would I get this one again? Probably not, just because it wasn't the best thrower. I think I know what this one will be. Yes, Summer Daydream. Love this scent. I actually have it plugged in my wall, my one Yankee wall plug. All the rest of my plugs are Bath & Body Works, but I have one Yankee one and it's filled with Summer Daydream. This one, was it super strong? No. The single wick jars, not strong. Haven't tried the 2-wick smooth wax forms of Summer Daydream. I do, however, have it in like a room spray. I have it in car fresheners. I have it in scent reeds. I love the scent. The Melt Cup was okay. I kind of moved through them somewhat quickly. If you guys do wind up watching my second part to this Empties series, you'll see I have some Summer Daydream Melt Cups in there. The first couple melts, great, but the scent kind of dissipates. So this is just, it seems to be a little bit more of a delicate scent. It's a very perfumey type scent. If you like Sweet Nothings, if you liked Autumn Pearl, things like that, you might like Summer Daydream. Would I buy this again? Probably not in the candle form, but I will be getting it in other forms. Probably wind up getting more melt cups of it. I gotta mention this. Look how clean Yankee candles burn. I did not clean this jar out for filming purposes or anything. I do use Lids, so the little toppers on all my Yankee jars now, but I mean, that's super clean. I gotta give it to Yankee with the performance and longevity of their candles and the scents. The fragrances a lot of them are really beautiful. If they could nail down that throw, I think that's what we're all looking and hoping for. But if you don't want a crazy strong fragrance and you like a lighter perfumier type scent, check out Summer Daydream. It is pretty. The candle was somewhat noticeable when you're walking in the close vicinity of it. But if you want a strong thrower, I would skip the candle form and just go with the melt cups. I really liked this one. And I hope Yankee continues to bring out their 3-wick candles. I'm really happy they have another addition to 3-wicks other than, there it is, just their elevations. This was part of their, I think, Providence collection. They had a really beautiful rose and a couple other springy, like a May Harvest and a honey one. But of course I grabbed Lavender Hills. I did do a full-on review of this one. This happened to me with my last Yankee 3-wick as well. Be careful when you're burning these ones, you guys. Don't let them go for over like 3 or 4 hours because the wicks migrate. Look at that. And that's my fault. That's totally my fault for letting this one go as long as I did. But the performance of this one was great. Again, nice clean burn. I didn't wipe this down or anything like that. The wicks, that was totally my fault for letting it go so long. It got too hot and the placement on these came off. It didn't change the performance of it or anything, and I think it happened right near the very end, so it wasn't just burning like that, you know, halfway through. The throw on Lavender Hills, pretty decent. It's a really strong herbaceous lavender scent. Would I buy this one again? Yes, absolutely. I wish sometimes that Yankee would diversify like their room sprays, their plug-ins, their melts to scents like these, kind of like their non-traditional scents. Like if they had melts or wall plugs in their elevation fragrances, or maybe like just their 3-wick fragrances, that would be really cool because I did really enjoy the scent. If you're a lavender lover, check that one out. Goose Creek, Lavender Vanilla, probably one of the prettiest lavender vanilla scents I've smelt in a while. I used to use the wax melts of this fragrance. This was my first time trying out their 2-wick large form of it. As you can see, it does have some sooting on it. I don't use the Lid toppers with these because I've been told that since they're 2 wicks, they get way, way, way too hot. I did have this in a hurricane. I've also heard that that's probably not the best. It makes it too hot with it, which can kind of pollute the wax. This one, the burn in the beginning through the halfway point, awesome, awesome, awesome. It did start to get some ickiness, like there was a top layer of ickiness where it got kind of burnt and charred, probably because I let it go too long. What I wound up doing was I relit it, let it liquefy to get that icky layer off, dumped it, wiped it out, and then was able to reburn it, and that kind of retained the remaining fragrance. This was a really pretty scent. If you're curious on a full-on review of this, I do have a video up, but it's just a really pretty powdery lavender scent. Would I buy this again? I would probably get the candle form again. I'd be a little more cautious with burning it. I wouldn't put it in a hurricane, but I'll absolutely wind up getting the wax melts of Lavender Vanilla again from Goose Creek. I really enjoyed this one, and I really like this line. I can't wait to see what they come out with for the summer, or if they'll wind up coming out with more for spring. ScentWorx. I always want to say HomeWorks. ScentWorx. These are from Kohl's. I do have a few reviews of these ones. I love the jar. It's just like a massive jar. Aesthetically, just like a really pretty, different jar. These are 3-wick candles. You do have to be cautious. These ones can get a little sooty and icky sometimes near the end, just because they're 3 wicks. They're burning really hot very quickly. The throw on these, they're quite nice. They're not all as strong as, say, like a Bath & Body Works 3-wick or how they used to be, but you get a decent throw. Definitely much stronger than, say, a Yankee single wick or dual wick. A little bit stronger sometimes than Goose Creek at times. It just depends on the scent. But so far, I've enjoyed all the fragrances I've burned from this collection, and they did come out with a decent amount of scents this spring. If you're curious, I do have like a little mini, I guess, overview of all the fragrances in this collection. Would I buy this particular scent again, Climbing Roses? Yes, I absolutely would. There was another really pretty one that was called Blushing Blossoms that I liked a little bit more than Climbing Roses, but I did enjoy both of them. I would buy this again. Probably not this season, but I would wind up getting one if they came back out with it next spring. Well, I guess this kind of is a candle. It's not anymore. This was a Woodwick Sea Salt and Vanilla. I actually wound up pulling out the wick, chunking it up, and putting it in my warmer. I love this fragrance. Really pretty, very just authentic, not artificial, just a beautiful, flat, non-bakery vanilla mixed with sea salt. I will actually be getting more of these this season. This one, I haven't burned this one in a while. I have a few more backups of this. This was like right after Christmas. Lavender Vanilla from Bath & Body Works, one of my all-time favorite fragrances. I just wish, nice clean burn on this one though, for the most part. This scent gets so icky near the end. You cannot let this candle burn for more than like 2 or 3 hours, or else it's just destroyed. So it's just a delicate fragrance. I feel that way about Bath & Body Works Vanilla Bean. Any of their lighter, even Pink Petal Tea Cake, sometimes you have to be careful with it. You just have to be cautious with some of the lighter, delicate fragrances from Bath & Body Works. You can't let them go too long, or else they'll just be ruined. No exception with this one, but I still love the scent. Would I buy it again? Yes, absolutely. Is this a mini version? Yes, it is. Sea Salt Lavender. This was the mini version. He made it into my Empties. Really surprised with the throw on this teeny tiny candle. The throw was great. I had it in a smaller room. I obviously didn't have it in the open room. This one, the Sea Salt Lavender, and also the Salt Mist Peony from this collection, strong for that size of a candle. Strong, nice performance, clean burn. I would obviously buy those again. Forgot about this one. I liked this one, and then I didn't like it, and then I burned it again, and then I wound up liking it. White Barn / Bath & Body Works Lavender Rose. I do have a review up of this one. Kind of mixes the best of both worlds. A really pretty lavender with rose. To me, I find this one definitely stronger on the rose than lavender. I think I said in my review like an 80-20 ratio. You get that sharpness of like a fresh rose with maybe a hint of lavender. I would have liked to have seen more of a balance. Don't know if that was possible because I know rose can be such a strong scent. Really pretty though, different, A for effort. Would I buy this one again? Probably. I would, if it came out again next spring, I'd probably buy it again. It's very refreshing in kind of an odd, just fresh spring type of way. It's very unique, definitely a different type of scent. Nice burn on this one too. It didn't get sooty. And as you can see, the wicks, it burned all the way down. No issues with the burn on that one. And like I said, if you're interested, I do have a full-on review of Lavender Rose. That is it for our candle empties. I will be doing a part 2, which includes soaps, wax, and I think a couple other random things I have in there. Though before I sign off, you guys, I do want to let you know I'm on Instagram. So if you're on there, come find me at life, L-I-F-E_ with W-I-T-H_ letter L. I use my Instagram to post a lot of upcoming videos, purchases, hauls, things like that. If you're on there, come find me. Also, if you guys have used any of the scents I talked about today, comment down below. Let me know what you are burning this spring season. It's officially spring, which is super exciting. That also means summer preview is going to be starting pretty soon. So anyways, you guys, that's it for me today. As always, I hope you're having an awesome day, an awesome evening, an awesome weekend, whatever time it is you're watching this video. And until next time, we'll see you later.